Okay, so I'm hearing right now that whatever you did not go unnoticed. You did something for somebody or something for someone, and they never properly thanked you for it, but it made a huge difference in their life. They were worried about whether or not thanking you would make them feel like or make you feel like you were better than them, or they were worried about losing their position. They wanted to feel powerful. All right, so what I'm getting from this is you made somebody feel special because of something you did for them, but you never did it for the purposes of gaining anything from them. You were just being nice. And I feel like they kind of felt like they were torn between accepting your offering and accepting your gift versus doing things on their own. You credit for what you did. So you might have felt like maybe there was someone thinking that what they did was a waste of time. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. I feel like because of what you did, it might have put you in an inconvenient position. And maybe you had a passing thought like it was a waste of time, or if it was a gift of money, maybe you felt like it was a waste of money. But I feel like whatever you did was to show God who you are and basically to let God know that you have faith in his power and that God is gonna make things better for you. So this gift that you gave to whoever else it wasn't really about them. So I'm feeling like it's important that you remember why you do good things. Shout for joy, you heavens. The Lord comforts his people. Whoever this is kind of looking for not necessarily a handout, but you're looking for a repayment. Like you're looking for just some recognition that you are a good person and that, what you're doing is not going unnoticed. So it's almost like it's your turn to be blessed. And God sees that. God sees what you're going through and he sees how good you are and how humble you are. And he's sending him to bless you. And he said, Abba Father, all things are possible unto thee. Take away this cup from me. Nevertheless, not what I will, but what thou wilt. Okay, so this is about someone's life, someone's life's purpose is starting to feel like it's too much. You're feeling like you want to change or turn around, change your mind or turn around. And that verse refers to Christ at the very end stages of his ministry when it's almost time for him to be nailed to the cross. For lack of a better word, he started to get cold feet and he prayed that God would take away this burden. But then ultimately he said, not my will, but yours. So I feel like whoever this is, what you did is going to pay off, even though it feels like things are getting worse. Well, the person that God wanted you to help, or the group of people that God wanted you to help, are being helped, and that was the reason why you had to go through these things. And so God is going to protect you and pull you out of whatever this is that you're going through. I'm feeling like it has to do with misery. Many will say in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? All right, so yeah, so this is kind of like somebody who wants credit, and it's really hard to get away from the word here because it's just so in your face right now. Like at some point you're going to say, Lord, haven't I done things in your name? Look, many will say to me in that day, Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in thy name, and in thy name have cast out devils, and in thy name done many wonderful works? And I'm wondering if this is necessary. The very next verse says, and then will I profess unto them, I never knew you. Depart from me, ye that work iniquity. Somebody needs to hold on because things are going to get a lot worse. And if this is for you, then hold on. That's the message right here. Don't give up when things get worse. Don't give up when things seem to get hotter. Okay? Because you were told to go through hell and you listened, you followed, you obeyed. Your reward is coming. It's coming. It's all about your faith. It's all about you hanging on and waiting for him, God, to reward you, because this is what's happening. You're surrounded by people and spirits, demons are still surrounding you and clinging to you because they know that things are coming your way. And they're trying to hold out with you. They want to be there with you and gobble up your blessings. This is what's happening. So God is sending a fire towards you to burn away all of this wickedness. And you have to stay strong because you're not going to be burnt by the flame. They are. And they're going to stay strong right along with you, hoping that they get that blessing. But their faith is not as strong as yours. They're not doing their calling. They're following in your footsteps. And these are specifically the evil people who are following you and trying to be a distraction to you. They're the ones that's going to get burned. They're the ones that you tell to leave you alone, to stop bothering you. I'm not interested, but they keep following you. These are the people who's going to get burnt. They may be around you right now. You may feel them lurking around you right now. These are the ones that's going to get burnt. So it's almost like a secret message because God is talking so close to you. He's talking to you, but he's also talking to those demons that's latching onto you and pretending like they are you and trying to steal your blessing. These are ones that try to steal your identification and go into the bank and try to withdraw your blessings, your inheritance. So if the bank is saying no, you don't have any money, or you're going to jail. It's not you. Is it? Even though they're carrying your identification, these curses may seem like they have your name written on it. Is meant for the people who are trying to steal from you. I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me. The life I live in the body, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. You're going to go all the way. You're going to die with Christ. A lot of people are going to let go and say, this is too much. I can't do it. I don't really believe. Some people don't really believe, and they're going to let go. You're going to hold on. The person I'm talking to is going to die with Christ. And then you're going to be reborn and resurrected with Christ, living with Christ, his body, his spirit in you and your life. You're going to give it completely to God. The life that you live from there on out belongs to God because Christ gave his life for you. This is only for the people who accept him. So if somebody, I'm not even going to go there. This is meant for whoever it's meant for. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this not for yourselves. It is a gift of God. So this is just a reminder that you're being saved, and whoever this is knows that what they're going through is literally hell, and this is nothing that you can physically pull yourself out of. You know that you need salvation, and you also know that you went through this fire because of God. He's pulling back his own. The people who followed you are the ones who would not give up. They would not follow Christ. They would not turn around. They would not let go of you. The only reason they continue to hold on to you is because they wanted they wanted to drown you. They wanted to pull you under. They wanted you to, they were evil the entire time. One minute they pretend to be your friend. The next minute they're trying to rob you. One minute they pretend to help you. The next minute they're trying to rob you. Because you always have something more than they have. And they want to take from you. That's it. Okay, so for some reason, they are so delusional that they have no fear whatsoever for God. And this is why they end up being in the same place as you. And it's like, isn't this the promised land? You thought that you had gotten rid of these demons, but you end up going where a whole bunch of them live. And that's because a whole bunch of God's people have gone to the same place and carried these demons with them. So when this fire happens, it's going to get really hot, and you're not going to be touched by the flame. The people around you are going to burn. They're going to burn and they're going to disappear. And then it's just going to be you and your brothers and sisters of Christ who withstood the flame. It's going to be you and Christ. Why does the devil card? I don't know what that's about. Okay. It's going to be you and Christ. So this may be something we have to dig into. Like, why does this devil card keep popping up? What does this have to do with what I'm saying? And I don't want to get too deep, and I really don't want to get too deep. But I feel like this has to do with letting go of something. The Son of Man shall send forth his angels, and they shall gather out of his kingdom and them which do iniquity. So I feel like it's about letting go of something, and maybe you're not ready for it. Maybe you're not ready to let go. But ultimately, you may be holding on to a demon, and this demon feels like it's got some connection with you, and it's like, yeah, all these other demons are gonna get burnt, but me, right? Like, this demon is hanging on to you, and you're hanging on to this demon. And I feel like this is gonna be the only thing that may potentially stop you from inheriting the kingdom of heaven. Is this iniquity? The Son of Man is coming, eating and drinking, and ye say, behold. Ye say, behold. I know it says something about gluttonous, but okay. And ye say, behold, a gluttonous man and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. So there's our clarification right there. Something is going on in your life that may be potentially judged by other people who feel like they're more spiritual than you are, people who feel like they're more tightly wrapped into the word than you are. And again, I feel like the emphasis is on the fact that God sent you to hell. And so I don't feel like I need to get into that. Whoever this is for, you already know what it is that God has spoken to you directly, and people don't understand. This is what happens. Like, yeah. This is really how you find these wicked people, because they're following after you, and they're going by whatever they've been told. They don't listen to God. They read and they make up words or make up meanings or listen to meanings from other people, and then they use these meanings and interpretations to go and chastise other people, because that's what they want to do. They want to crucify somebody. And they just stumbled upon the word, the Bible, and said, okay, this is how I'll do it. Because nobody can say that the Bible is wrong. So they feel like this is their strongest weapon. And so they throw the Bible at people. And I feel like you and people, whoever I'm talking to in this group of people who have listened to God and have done things that seem chastisable, you are very, very much, because this is why he was crucified. The Pharisees and the priests even deemed him as being a sinner. They called the Messiah a sinner, and they crucified him. So that's what I feel like this devil card is coming in. Like, oh no, like, you trying to say that God is Satan, and are you a Satanist? And are you worshiping the devil right now? And it's like, you really calling them out. They're even attempting to accuse you because you listen to Christ, and Christ doesn't talk to everybody. These people that do wicked and evil things are really on their own. They really don't know. They really don't know God. And sometimes they could be the loudest ones. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. This is about somebody trying to attack you. And I'm almost getting like they feel like they're justified because they feel like they want to be in a position of being attacked. They like feeling like then that means they can fight back. And yeah, so it's like even if you just lift your hand, they want to jump in front of it and say that you hit them, so they can not just play the victim, but pretend to play the victim, and then say, "Oh, this was self-defense. You attacked me and all my people," sort of thing. But it's just like it's ridiculous. I just feel like these people are playing with fire right now. Like very much playing with fire, and they're gonna get burned. But it's not really much you can say because they're out there preaching hellfire as well. They saying that people gonna die and you're going to hell and this and that. But it's like you're talking to a mirror right now because everything you do, they're doing, and they're copying you because they want your blessings. But they don't realize that you look to God. That's where the confusion comes in. You're looking at Christ and they're looking at you, trying to attack you and be like you and replace you. Like this is going for somebody is hearing this because it just seems it's almost coming out so convoluted, but is still online with this message. Somebody is trying to attack you, but and I feel like whoever it is, how ridiculous it is. Like they're trying to pretend they're you